Oh, welcome today. It's a beautiful Sunday. I have me amigo Antonio helping me do some video while I do an inspection. Farmer James, Vermont Mountainside Beekeeping episode number 14 or 13. Who cares? I do, but this is a great episode. We're doing a hive inspection. The nectar flow is kind of off, so we're going to go in these hives. I'm going to add some strips as well as an aroa because I'm going to double whammy, and also we're going to feed a fondant patty. So while I inspect, my buddy Antonio is going to do some videography. So I'm going to hand this tripod over to him while he does a little videography and just films what I'm doing. And again, welcome to Farmer James Vermont Mountainside Beekeeping. And it's Farmer James just trying to keep going. So I'm going to ask Antonio to come over and film this brood frame and try to see if he can find a larva as well as those new bees. The larva is going to be white and it's looking kind of milky, as well as we got new bees. So I'm flipping this over and it's mostly nectar and old brood. This old brood has already hatched and is hatched in here. And around in here I see larvae. So the queen's laying, folks, and that's a real beautiful, a great thing. And we could probably see that larva under there. I'm going to place this frame down while I start looking in and seeing what's going on with the other frames. The bees are calm. We're not reusing really any smoke at all except to move them out of the way. These are really nice propolized frames, and that's a good thing because the propolis, as many people have already figured out, is really nice antiseptic to the hive. And look at this beautiful frame of brood. And then you might be able to see some larvae on this frame as well. Yep, right there. Some larvae and some eggs. It's really nice. Don't see any pathogens. This is a brand new frame. And look at the eggs that this lady has laid. And based on that, folks, oh, there she is. White dot. She's right there. Exactly. So let's get a nice little close-up of her moving around on the frame. And she's underneath. And she's just moving around on that beautiful frame she just laid up, folks. She's a nice white dot, Saskatraz. And she laid up this frame beautifully. All this in here is real beautiful eggs and larvae. And let's see, hold the camera. We can maybe I'll put as close as I can while making sure I don't lose your royalty. And yeah, the bees are calm. So we're going to place her back in this hive, folks. There she is again. She's crawling along. She's doing her thing. So that is a good sign. We have her. The bees are very calm. My smoker's still going, which is good. I'm just, again, smoking them out of the way. I'm not doing anything else. So I'm actually kind of done with my inspection. I see what I saw because I like what I see. And now we're just going to separate these frames here. And place some strips right in here. Right in the middle. Given the time of year, I decided that this should go right on in here. Got a nice fat drone flying around doing this thing. I'm going to put this back together.
And what do these strips do?
These strips are soaked with oxalic acid, and the strips are slow release, nice little natural way to control the mite population, as well as we're going to place the Naroa bags and the Hive Alive fondant on these as well. So again, just smoking the bees out of the way so that I can place 2 more strips in. We're going to do 4 strips, as well as we're going to do 1 bag and then I will come with one bag later on. So again, 2 strips on this colony, then 1 bag and 1 bag. So that's the good thing, that I'm doing it right now before supers go on, instead of waiting until I'm right into the flow. So just moving them out of the way. A little smoke. Smoke is going fine, which is good. Move them out of the way and add 2 more strips. Close this back up. Do that. Press on it with the hive tool. That helps press it down. We saw Her Majesty, so we don't really need to do a really thorough inspection. More than what I've already done. I see eggs, brood, larvae in all stages. Still brood hatching with new bees. And the colony is bringing in nectar and storing. They already have really nice source of pollen, which is great. I'm just going to add a fondant. And yeah, let's do it this way.
I'm gonna go ahead and peel it.
Yep. I can take that from you.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, thank you. So just giving them really nice blend. So we got the strips. We have the hive live, folks. I saw the queen, saw the eggs, larvae in all different stages, which is great. You can throw that in that white bucket right next to you. Perfect.
Set it right next to it.
Right here. Yeah. Perfect. Let's do this. Yeah, so we have that going, which is really good. So we're going to do that to all the rest of the hives. We're going to do one more hive and see how that goes. What's going on? Say hi. You can say hi to the folks.
Hello.
Yep. That's Antonio. So that hive is complete. We did take that super off. They're not touching it at all, folks. So this hive is done. We're going to move on and continue the same thing with the other colonies. So we're just going to get this out of the way as we develop our second hive routine. This hive is growing slowly because this hive has a new queen, and it doesn't look like they're growing too fast. Looks like they are also growing very slow. So slow, folks, that I don't think this hive is going to make it, but we're going to try to help it. How am I going to try to help this colony?
What's this stuff?
That is the protein blend that I made to help them with trying to gather some protein as a resource. If they're not using it, what's going on is they're probably finding other resources. Get them out of the way. Take this over here. So I only see a few frames of bees, which really has me under the gun on trying to figure out if this queen is a viable queen or if I'm going to need to pinch her. Probably won't pinch her, and maybe she's just starting out slow. So we might just leave it one cavity through the winter, but my guess is, like most beekeepers know out there, commercial and so forth, If she's not doing anything now, she's not doing it later. So we see some pollen in here. They packed it, but they're not really using it and packing it like I want. This is a queen cup where they're thinking about doing another queen, but they haven't touched that other side. So I'm going to set this frame down. And I'm going to go in the center. They're starting to work this frame. They're doing some fast tuning right here. If you, right there, you see how they're linking together? That's called fast tuning, and that means they're basically, the wax bees are getting a nectar source which is starting to pick up, but it's not strong. That's why we have this intermittent burr comb, which I call the castle of burr. Because when the bees in the winter time, they can't help them, so they are freezing. So that's why maybe it's burr. Oh, so let's see if we can find Her Majesty in this pile here. So she's laying.
Is that?
She's going to be marked with a white dot, or she's going to be quite a bit larger on her stomach, her abdomen. She's going to stretch out. So it looks like she is laying, but she's not laying very strong. And so what does that mean? I know she's new, but she's not giving it her all. I do see eggs down in here, in this little cavity, right in here. So there are eggs. This is new larva and sealed brood, so she's laying. I'm going to move a frame over that has comb. See if that will help her. Thank you for bringing that over.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to move this comb over, move this out, and bring this in, because they're going to be hopefully working it. Yeah, not a great experience. The bees, that's great. That should be good enough. So this last frame, I think she may be on. But again, she's laying it up. So she's starting. There she is, right here. So she's starting, but again, the resources are limited. So I'm going to add more of a resource for her so that she could lay okay as I carefully place this back in here. Looks like they're going to start out kind of slow. So I'm going to place 2 strips in here and 1 bag, and also I'm going to give them a fondant patty. And hopefully they will show something in growth over the next 2 weeks. And maybe pretty much I'm going to also need to feed them basically 1.5 to 1, not 2 to 1 sugar syrup to build up, because they need that resource to get through the winter. So let me grab a couple strips. And because of how large they are, number one, I'm not going to add any strips because of their size. I'm just going to add these bags. So I'm going to set this bag over here. Take this off. And one thing I forgot to do, folks, is squeeze the bag a little until I see the syrup. And I'm going to need to go back and
I did it on that one.
Oh, he did already, because you know what? He read
I can read.
the directions. In this college
Very easy to
grad
read.
already knows better than me, folks. Read. So they have a resource. They have the Varroa. That should help out with the Varroa maintenance, hopefully. I'm keeping them down. So we're going to continue. We're going to continue forward checking other hives. So while I see what's going on over here, I'm going to ask Antonio to get that smoke going until he sees it. So just keep on puffing along while I get ready for these girls here. Yeah, so they're definitely eating a hive alive. They've definitely taken care of that for sure. He's gonna smoke and get them out of the way.
I don't know if I see him. I think it's very
It's all right.
faint.
Let's see. So if anything, we're getting them out of the way, which is what I really want to do. So we're going to do the camera switcheroo. They emptied out this patty, folks, pretty quick. So that's a sign there's no resource. We got more patties to give them. And let's see what's going on in this chamber. Once again, colony's starting to grow. This colony's been here for a little bit longer than the one here, by at least a few weeks. They're starting to work the frame. They're not really working them strong because the source is slow. I'm just going to move them out of the way while I check these frames in the center. So because they're working some frames, I may swap this one to out in this area. But let's look and see what's going on before I make that decision. All right. Girls are good. So I'm going to hold the frame right to him in that sunlight, and what I see is a lot of glistening. Sealed brood. They're bringing in nectar, as you see that shine in the sunshine. So this frame here is a resource frame, which is good. So no real, oh, some larvae across the top. So there, she's going right in there, folks, and laying before they put that nectar in there. I'm going to put this, move this over so I can get to this frame. And the bees are great. They are not showing me any aggression. And that is a good thing. Smokers, did it go out? Not entirely. So let's keep it moving. Take this frame out here. Ooh, really beautiful frame. This entire frame is brood. And a little, she's relayed this area when they've hatched. They've gone down there. The ladies are going in and cleaning out the cells right away. So, man, she's getting the protein she needs. I just need other resource. They're filling this side up with nectar, which is a good thing. So while I have this separated, I'm going to add a strip. This hive is large enough to get a couple strips. That's what I want to do as we quickly try to maintain some knowledge. So yeah, we're going to add 4 to this as well as the Naroa. Right in between. And again, I'm not seeing any signs of pathogen issues. I don't see K-wing virus or any other viruses, which is good. So it's saying so far their traits are being fed the nutrients they need. And this is a massively heavy frame and filled with brood. There is a queen cup.
That's what that is?
Right here. This is all sealed brood. This brood is older brood. And then they're filling it up with nectar. Wow. So she's a very strong laying queen. And yeah, folks, lots and lots of brood. So I'm going to add this frame over in here and move this frame out on this side. Just because they're basically filling it with resources. So it's going to be an outer resource honey frame for them. So we're just going to keep moving right along, sliding this a little closer together. Going to check this one they're working on, which I'm sure is also showing something nice. Ooh, full of eggs. And she is laying a lot. And you may see those eggs in there under that glistening sun. They're like little rice pebbles. Or rice grains, I should say, not pebbles, duh. So nice little size rice grains up in there. Ooh, look at that frame here. A full frame of brood. Let's get that in the sunshine so that people could enjoy looking at that larva and the glistening royal jelly around that sealed brood, which are all these babies here. So she's laying real well. I'm going to add some strips on that side. After she's laid. I haven't heard anything of it affecting larval in any stages. So I'm going to do that with the strips. Bring this frame over. Keep it down. Nothing on this frame except, I think, resources. Let's check it anyway. Yep, nectar. That's what I gathered, resources. So I'm going to flip it around so that it'll start working it. Do this as well. Pushed it back so that those bees work this area here. Move this and hopefully bring it outward. We'll check aboard it later. So that's done.
Here, I'll open it.
Ah, I got it. You do that video work. Figuring it out as we go along. As we motor along. And found it.
Put them down there so they wouldn't get
Very
sun.
nice. Found it. We'll do it like this. Shim. It's over here. And that's it. So this hive is done. This is a really good hive. So yeah, folks.
I'm already getting at it.
Yeah, they're already jumping on it. So that's telling you right away the hive alive is whatever that blending is they love. And Antonio's first time in doing an inspection with me, Farmer James, Vermont Mountainside Beekeeping. Like, subscribe, folks. Let me know what's going on in your neck of the woods. This is Farmer James up in Vermont. Trying to do a little something because I got a little help today. And today's a beautiful day. It's blue sky. The temperature is about 70, no humidity, which is great. We're going to run through the rest of these hives because I have his help. His help is limited. And I respect that kind of help I'm getting from a friendly neighbor in the Green Mountains of Vermont, folks. So again, all you viewers out there, let's keep it going. All right, I really respect all the views, but if you subscribe, that helps me bring more material, and that also helps me get in the algorithm of doing what I can so you can see what I do, what I can with these bees as they grow the best way they can. So again, folks, thank you. Like, subscribe, leave in the comments, and link below to see how the things have been progressing with these packages of bees. So yeah, Farmer James, Vermont Mountainside Beekeeping. We got to like all the things we do. Yep, say goodbye to all the beautiful people out there in the great land of social media. So like, subscribe. Hey, but you know what? Leave something in the comments. Let me know what's going on in your neck of the woods. Farmer James, be well.